Yeah, I mean, there was no question that there was lots of conversation. You would talk about the military-industrial complex, the prison-industrial complex, capitalism, and this idea that united us of class struggle, of us all struggling together. So that, wasn't in the film, but that clearly was part of our conversation, part of all of our conversation about why these things came about. Racism, for example, we were connected. It was a byproduct of capitalism. It was a product of capitalism. Slavery was a business, and so people were, were enslaved because somebody made money from that. So we would connect everything that was going on. So that was a very clear discussion when we were around Yuri, and a very clear discussion in every room that you went in and talk about capitalism, class struggle, and revolution.
She also spoke about imperialism, because you can't talk about capitalism and what's happening in the world in Africa the way that she did in Latin America without talking about imperialism. You can't talk about decolonization or supporting the independence of Puerto Rico, she did, without talking about imperialism, colonization, the divide between the haves and the have-nots and class struggle. So she was very clear on those things. I'm not sure if she called herself a socialist, that I can't say. She certainly had a class analysis, which is the other thing that I wanted to add to our conversation about education, information, experiential analysis. And that's what we're trying to do here. Because I don't know if any one person or any one group can say the moment that we're in, but it's a collective conversation that we need to have and that we need to begin to strategize or talk about.
Yeah. Right. Okay, you had feedback in terms of what she talked about in terms of...
I was just going to say that I would like to say that she defined herself as an anti-imperialist, and all the things that go with that.
Akemi, can you come up, I guess, so the people downstairs can see you? Yeah. Can you come up? Yes.
No, I would say she definitely considers herself and define herself as an anti-imperialist, and all the things that go with that, anti-capitalist, anti-sexist, anti-racist. So absolutely, I'd say that was the core of her political philosophy, is anti-imperialism.
And could I really quickly just acknowledge Bill Kochiyama, just what an amazing human being he was. Bill was smart, he was dedicated, Yuri was a strong woman, so it takes a strong man and a heck of a guy to be married. And Bill, seeing him just brought tears to my eyes, because I had so many good memories of him and Bill. But just one quick personal story I'll share. Our favorite thing for Joyce and I to do, two things I want to share. I have 3 children, and whenever we had a baby, we didn't feel that the baby was really welcome into the world until Yuri held the baby. So we would bring the baby over, Yuri would come and hold the baby and just, she passed on some words and give her blessing. And the other thing is one of my great experiences is being out with Bill and Yuri, and my wife and I love Japanese food. And so I'd find a restaurant and take Bill to it, and Bill would always say to me, Jamal, is this going to be good? Because this is my soul food, right?
All right. What a great way to wrap it up, right? But it reminds me that it's the little things too, right? Our partners, the love that we have for each other, our friends, our chosen family, our blood family, that really is going to keep us going. Yeah?
Absolutely.
So can we give another round of applause for our panelists? So I want to invite Cathy, another board member, CAAAV, and Helena Long, the executive director of CAAAV, up here, please.
So thank you everybody, thank you the panelists for just connecting all the dots for us, seeing all the generations. I don't know if you guys can tell, it's a packed house, it's a standing room, only upstairs and downstairs. So thank you all, everybody. Another round of applause. Helena and I and all of CAAAV would like to actually present Yuri Kochiyama an award for a lifetime of commitment to Multiracial Movement Building. So.
On behalf of my grandma Yuri, who's alive and well, just couldn't be here. She was in Berkeley, California. Right now she's 93, I believe. So actually, this film I think was made, if I remember properly, they were filming about 23 years ago when she was 70. And so it's really amazing for us to watch. But I really wanted to thank the filmmakers who are here, Rita Tajiri and Pat Saunders, who's someone I grew up with in Harlem. And I just wanted to thank them for really capturing her life and her passion in a way that, really, I think really reflects the person that she is. And so I just wanted to thank them. But I also wanted to thank CAAAV for, the award and the honor. It makes a lot of, given her multicultural work, I think it's really appropriate. So thank you. And also, I want to thank the Maisels Institute for the work that they're doing here, building a multicultural community here in Harlem. So thank you.
Thank you. We have one more part of the program. I would just like to invite the members of AYA, Asian Youth in Action. Can you all come up here?
Program, we develop leadership skills within youth as well as learn about social justice movements and other information pertaining to the social justice world, I guess.
So Sean and I are going to hand out donation envelopes. As you may or may not know, CAAAV is hosting this event, and we would like to ask for donations because with donations it can help develop the organization. It can help us continue to organize, and it will help us host great events like this. So thank you for support and.
And also, Suzanne and I were going to give a personal anecdote about our experiences being a part of CAAAV. So basically, I've been a part of this program for about a year now, and I can honestly say that after being a part of this organization, not only have I gained an immense amount of knowledge within the social justice movement, but I've also learned a lot about my own culture as well as my history. And I think that that's very important, especially growing up, as an Asian American in America. It's very important to kind of know your roots as well as where you come from. And also, through this program, it has allowed me to develop my leadership skills, especially with the work of social justice, because oftentimes you can't stay idle, you can't be quiet when you know that others around you are being oppressed. And through that, I've really found my voice. As well, this experience has reinforced within me the idea of always being open and being understanding of others who may not be on the outside. Who may not have the physical attributes, I guess, as you do, and to always be open in meeting new individuals and hearing their stories. So now, Suzanne.
progressed in my leadership skills, and I also developed more responsibility as a person myself. I learned to be a role model to youth, and I learned many things from this program as Asian American history, our story, like how we got through to today. I also learned that not everything is just one side. There's also another side of the story that maybe evolved that we never heard of before. And it's really, really important to find the truth out